So the Rogue Invitational 2024, like we all know, it's coming to Aberdeen in Scotland. Yes, very beautiful.
Yes.
So it's the first year we're going to have Strongwoman in it. It's the 4th year, I think, that we have Strongman in it. Incredibly big prize money. And like we have the athlete lineup for probably a couple of months now, I suppose, at this stage.
Yeah.
We did a previous video on that. Go have a look if you haven't seen it. A couple of upsets in it. And even in this video, we're going to go on to that again. But the main thing is that we now have the events. So 2-day competition, 6 events, 3 events per day. And some of the events are very interesting.
Yeah, it's very a lot of medleys.
A lot of medleys.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy with.
Me too. I think it's not a bad idea, to be honest. You know, and I think there's more action, there's more lifts, there's more movement. It's like a bit CrossFit-y, but with heavy weights. I think it's good for Rogue. I think it's a great idea.
I think the way it's designed is that you're going to have Mitchell Hooper and Hafter Bjornsson. Like when you see the events, they're so suited. They have one suited to one guy, and then the next event is suited to the next guy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And like starting off, event 1, max raw deadlift.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a deadlift ladder. Keep going up in weights.
Yeah.
Probably 470, maybe because Trey Mitchell, we know, has the record as 470.
We've seen that already, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in Shaw Classic.
The rules are going to be different.
In Vegas with Giants Live. Yeah, but now this. And
just give us the suits.
Yeah, just
give us the
like
raw.
Thor specifically asked for that event, but why did they refuse to give the suits? Because potentially Thor can break the world record.
The amount of views the videos would have got, viral views.
I don't understand why. Why didn't say right? Let's do it with suits. It's not a big deal, like, you know. Plus, like Thor said, you'll have the record attached to your name.
Yes, 100%. But like
organization.
The way I look at it is, if that event was there, you're going to get everybody going to be saying, right, Hafter Bjornsson's going to break the record. Let's get tickets. Marketing. And then when he eventually does break the record, if Thor keeps going the way he's going, you're going to have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. All these things are going to be blown up. Millions upon millions of views. Yeah. Because he's after breaking a record.
I haven't seen him train deadlift though.
No, even
that much. He didn't post it that much.
His YouTube is the same, I think, since The Strongest Man on Earth.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
No, like before that, he was posting every couple of days, maybe once a week, maybe. But
coming up to competition.
Yeah, it's kind of after slowing down a little bit. Now it could be wrong, but it hasn't popped up in my feed.
Maybe behind the scenes, he's getting ready to break the deadlift record.
Cooking up something, yeah. Imagine.
You know? Can you imagine? That would be impressive.
But like we go back again and we say like Trey Mitchell only just over a week ago set the raw record of 470 kilos, and he's not invited.
Well,
we don't know. And what we mean by not invited, we mean as in by the starting lineup, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because Mitchell Hooper, for people that maybe have noticed, you noticed it straight away. I even didn't notice it.
I noticed it. When you said it, I was like, what did he say?
4 minutes, 10 seconds in, I think it was, Mitchell Hooper just said, and this event will suit Trey Mitchell.
People who might struggle. Trey Mitchell, he's phenomenal with the log, but grip has been a long-standing issue. So can he get through the grip portion of the event?
Yeah.
And straight away I was thinking, like,
we know that he's not invited.
He's not invited.
Yeah.
And then we see comments for people saying that, oh, he's a reserve or he's a sub, or you know this kind of thing. I mean,
but like, why would you mention him if he's a reserve? Like, because his spot is not guaranteed at all.
Look, it could have just been a slip of the tongue, which is understandable. Like, you know, it can't happen.
It was,
like we do it ourselves.
Yeah.
But
a lot.
editing.
Yeah.
Well, like Trey Mitchell, when you see how well he's done, like I'm like a broken record for the last week. Like, set the raw record, 470 kilos, broke the American deadlift record, and finished 4 points behind Mitchell Hooper, who at the moment is number 1 in the world. Like.
Yeah, he's ranked number 1 pretty much with all these like consistent wins.
I think like Rogue just need to go, look, sorry, one of these athletes, but how hard is that going to be? Like,
that would be insane.
Wouldn't it be bad?
Yeah, it's one of these guys is telling them, okay.
Or just say, look, get another spot in.
Yeah, like 11 people.
Like Rogue is throwing the money out anyway. You might as well add another athlete.
Well, I don't think it will change that much. Like, you know, So you just have like a guest invitation,
Yeah,
or
enough,
like
yeah.
no, what do you call that? It is guest invitation, or like
It's like what Jamal Browner did at the deadlift championships.
Yes, there you go.
Like.
Yeah.
It's the same
like
idea.
Yeah, just get him in, let him compete because he's doing really well. He's top 5 at least in the world now.
The max deadlift is down as a deadlift ladder, so it's announced on Rogue Invitational's Instagram. Doesn't give any weights, but as far as I can tell, the jumps are going to be probably predetermined.
Yeah.
So the athletes could say, But if the rules, I suppose, aren't as strict as what is in Strongest Man on Earth, which from the looks of it were very strict rules.
Yeah, we
might see some higher weights.
Yes, we will, and I don't think that the rules will affect the deadlift that much in Rogue Invitational. You know, in Brian's competition, they were a bit like, I don't know, maybe a bit too much in a way when it comes to refereeing. You know.
Yeah, it's a bit over the top.
Yeah, he's like it's.
But look, again, we say before, rules are the rules.
Yeah,
and the organization.
Yeah, but
predetermines the rules.
Yes, but there's rules and it's up to the referee whatever you wanna implement the rules. Like, will it gonna be like too hard, or like you're gonna be like whatever, you know? It's I'm happy with it, you know. So I know before we had in Rogue where I think famously with Martins that
with the dumbbell,
it was like. Come on.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What was it, Novikov with the tacky towel on the inverse?
Yeah, well, that was as well. That was weird because in the rules it says you're not allowed to make the shelving, and he kind of did with that.
The belts.
So I don't know. But that was down to, I think, organizers.
And I think at that stage, it was still fairly new. The Rogue Invitational Strongman. Now they've had a couple of years' experience now, and I think last year got a very bad rap. Probably from us as well.
Yeah.
But look, it did from a lot of spectators.
Yeah.
They weren't very happy. So look, hopefully this year it'll change.
I think the events, and we'll go through events now, and I think the events are really good. I think they're dynamic. They're gonna be nice to watch.
I think realistically, it's the best year we've seen for events because when you go into event 2, we have the farmers into log press, and to me, 2 of my favorite things in Strongman. And again, a medley.
You put them together.
So farmers, I think roughly between 160 and 180 from what Mitchell Hooper was saying. And then the log press is 172,
74 kilos. Yeah.
So 60-second time limit.
Yeah.
And it's logs for reps. So we've seen it before, but it was a super yoke into log press. And Mitchell Hooper, did he do 5 reps on the log?
Yeah, but he's so good at super yoke.
What, it was 9-second super yoke, something crazy like that. Yeah. And it was a heavy super yoke as well. But farmers is going to test the grip. Log is going to test how well you can withstand all that pain, the lactic acid build-up. Again, perfect
yeah,
event.
Good event to watch, yeah.
Event 3, then we have the inverse stones. So like we were saying, the shelving and stuff like that. In 2021 and 2022, they were, say, one of the staples because it was the big thing that Rogue were doing.
Yeah, they finished the competition with these stones.
Yeah, 5. I think it was 5 natural stones, and the rules were no tacky. I think tacky cloths were the only thing.
No, tacky cloths were allowed.
Yeah,
just
no tacky.
You can't create the shelving. That's one of the rules, you know. And I think Novikov was
on the
kind of doing that.
So basically, 5 natural stones, like we were saying, 2021 and 2022.
They're not natural stones.
They are natural stones.
They're egg-shaped stones.
Yeah, but they're natural stones is what they're called.
Are they called natural stones?
Inverse stones, what they're called, but they're supposed to be mimicking a natural stone.
There's no way how they mimicking that.
Okay. So the inverse stones then rounds out day 1. We then go on to day 2, and we have like a new kind of event, I suppose, that we probably never seen in Strongman and any likes, and it's called the power drive, as far as I know. So it's a push, then a carry, then a pull. And from the sounds of it, it seems very like a CrossFit event.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is that you could push like a weighted sled. You will then go on to carry a Husafell stone, which is probably more than likely a Husafell sandbag, and then you will then pull the sled.
Are they going to use the same sled like last year?
I'd imagine what they're going to do is that you go down like a 10 or 15 meter course with the sled, 10 meter course maybe, lift up the Husafell stone, go back to the start point, and then go onto a rope and pull it. That's all I can. Like, it's very CrossFit-y.
Very CrossFit. I just wonder with like Trey Mitchell's injury last year and the other guys didn't really perform that well in that. It was kind of weird event because I think only Mateusz did really good.
Mateusz,
he won that event.
An animal.
Yeah, but he went one of the first people. It was
that was the Iron Bull.
The iron, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So would they use the same kind of?
No, because as far as I know, it's like you'll be pushing first. So they reckon something like a Conan's wheel or something like that idea. You know what I mean? That you actually push over.
They might use then.
They could use the Conan's wheel.
Yeah, so they might use Conan's wheel.
You do a certain rotation.
Then you go into the
Husafell
carry.
And then pull a sled.
Pull a sled, yeah.
So now, if they use...
kind of sounds right.
If they use the Conan's wheel and went maybe 90 degrees with the Conan's wheel, then lift up a sandbag and then pull a heavy sled. I think that would look very good.
That would look good, yeah.
Because it's... Like we said before in the past, we want big. We want, like, nice...
You don't think that they're going to use the bull again?
I don't think so. Not after last year.
I would like... So they already have the Conan's wheel, right?
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Conan's wheel, yeah. Wheel of pain, yeah.
The wheel of pain, yeah. So then they go into the...
So Husafell stone.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Husafell
then they might
sandbag.
go into the bull thing.
Oh, man, that'd be so... Like, Trey Mitchell, if he does end up...
He will say, I'm out.
I'm not doing that. Get away from
the last event is like the bull pull.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. The bull pull, I'm not doing it.
Get away.
Yeah. I wonder because it seems because they already have these implements, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they use
I would say they will probably end up recycling a lot of the the equipment because it makes sense because
if
it's a
they're
big
gonna
investment.
go for it, it's gonna be brutal. So they might do only like the bull thing. They might do only for like 10 meters. I don't know. Like
they have to because
you're gonna be
destroyed
after.
Especially even after the wheel of pain first off before you even do the Husafell.
So you have to do maybe one. What do you call that? One
rotation. I
one
only think you
rotation.
do. I'd say they'll probably do like a half rotation.
No, one rotation. I think they're gonna do one rotation, and then you go into the Husafell stone. Do
look, they might even have the Conan's wheel. It could just be a push sled. Like it could be the case.
Could be.
Because you remember they did it with the sandbags. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? And it just looked very poor.
A feeling.
I think it was last year.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
And Thomas Evans, you could hear, "Grab me a beer."
Yeah. I have a feeling though.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the bull.
The
last one.
I hope it's not the bull.
Just for Trey, yes.
If he's there.
I think it's gonna be just a shorter distance. And that if it's the case, it's gonna be a brutal event.
On to event 5 then, we have a super yoke into power stairs. Again, another medley, and again, something I'm very, very happy with. You probably not so much. Well, a super yoke, like it's been a while, I suppose, since we've seen a super yoke in kind of any real competition.
We've seen it in Giants live.
Yeah, but like, I mean, as in regards of like, the Arnold, did they have the super yoke? No, I haven't had super yoke in a long time.
No, they don't, no.
And no one worlds to have it when they have like the motorbikes on the side.
There's no need of super heavy super yokes, like. Literally, no need. None.
Don't do it.
None.
Well, like, it's probably, a 400 kilo super yoke?
450?
450, I think.
Yeah.
So for probably 10 meters?
Yeah.
And then it's three weights. Now, we don't know if it's 3 steps or 5 steps. More than likely 3 steps after a super yoke. So it could be 10 meter super yoke, 450 kilos. And then ranging maybe, 200 to 250 on the power stairs for 3 steps?
Probably, yeah.
Again, nice event, a quick event.
Nice event. Yes, it will be a quick event. Yeah.
Like
I don't know if I can see a good few guys not finishing it. Just because, especially after the first event, because first event, it's I know it doesn't sound much, but I think it's gonna be a bit of a killer. So coming into the second event with super yoke, your legs is gonna be already tapped out in a way. So it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
So into event 6, we have the overhead medley. Now, again, the CrossFit kind of comes into it. So I think it's 4 implements, as far as I can tell. We start off with a 210-pound kettlebell. So 210 pounds, 90 kilos?
Yeah.
So 210-pound kettlebell.
Trey Mitchell, I think he got like 100 kilos kettlebell.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's nasty.
It's nasty. It's
really
a weird hand.
Yeah. It's
tough on the wrist.
Yeah, it's very hard to lift it and balance it. It's gonna be it's tough.
And then you have a 253-pound sear dumbbell. So look, it's
standard
sear dumbbell. Then you go into a 375-pound axle. Then the next and final implement is a 405-pound axle. So very, very tough. 60-second time limit, I'd probably imagine.
It suddenly became a very heavy and tough competition, Rogue. No,
I think
so. Last year was the weights weren't that impressive, if you ask me. But
No,
now with this 6 events, I think last year what did it as well? 6 events.
Yeah,
or
but
5?
some of the events like we had problems. Remember with the deadlift ladder, you couldn't see the athletes.
Yeah.
The Iron Bull speaks for itself. There was a lot of speculation about it. Now look,
because
the weather.
of the weather, they had to move inside. Yeah.
And look, some of the events, I just don't think they look that well. Personally, the way I thought. But this year now with Aberdeen, we don't know what it's going to be like. It's going to be indoors.
Yeah,
obviously,
they have
P&J.
to ship everything as well into Scotland. So it's gonna be fun. And do we know anything about women at all?
So on the Rogue Invitational Instagram, they mentioned obviously Strongman and Strongwoman events. Now they don't have any separate events. From the looks of it, there's no double post or anything. So we'd imagine that it's just the same events with lighter weights. So when that comes into it, like the likes of the Iron Bull, like you were saying, could be the case, but it could have say lighter plates or maybe you know what I mean.
Lighter sled to pull. Yeah.
So we don't really know. Like when it comes to weight speculation, I haven't really heard much. And as well as that, when it comes to women in strongman or strong women, we haven't really seen them that much. If that makes sense.
No, it seems like I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but like since they announced that big prize money, it seems like
it's gone out the window.
Yeah, the sport kind of like died down a little bit, if you ask me. Like maybe there was, but we didn't.
I haven't heard it, but like as far as I seen is like you have Britain's strongest woman, England's strongest woman, and then now you have the Rogue Invitational. I don't know if there's like you have OSG, obviously the women's open for world's strongest woman, but like the cash prize for them for first place is what, $5,000.
$5,000. It doesn't. It
barely covers your costs.
Barely covers. Some cases probably doesn't. It depends where you're coming from as well, where you're traveling from.
Yeah, if you're only coming from a state away, it's probably not as bad. But if you're traveling from
England, for example, a lot of girls who come from England, and it's not cheap for them. Accommodation, tickets,
so the flights alone are going to be £1,000.
Yeah, £1,200, £1,000, something like that. Maybe if you're lucky for £700, the cheapest that you. And
you're going to have to be there for a week.
Yeah, so it takes you spend a lot of money, and you're not working, so that means you have to like kind of like you kind of losing money.
But look, I hope that's not the case. That like this is after putting a nail in it for the rest of the competitions, because I think
they did that.
Yeah,
I think like, Rogue did that with this prize money.
That sort of money, like it's crazy money.
Yeah,
would you really put your body on the risk, say for all the other competitions, if you're only going to get 1,000, 2,000?
Yeah, if you have this prize of money coming up, like
I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, so I don't know,
like always, if you made it this far in the video, make sure to like the video. Like I was saying, comment down below. We love seeing them. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and if you are subscribed, please press the bell icon. It'll keep you up to date with everything that's Lalas Brothers, and we'll see you in a future video.
See you later, guys.